The registry tool installation process is quite easy and quick. Let's go through it step by step. First, we will establish our registry manager credentials using a username and password. Once that is done, we proceed to the next step, where we decide which type of installation and workflow we want to work with. We will provide more information about this later on. For now, we will choose the simple installation and the ISO 19135 workflow. In this step, we will select the languages that we want to make available on our instance and which of them will be the master language. In this section of the configuration, we will set the base URI and the local ID as the URL that will give us access to the management tool. Here we will also name our new instance by giving it a label, and we can include a brief content summary of our app. Once everything is complete and we've checked everything is correct, we can proceed and install the app. A message will indicate a successful install. As we've seen previously, the installation process has a migration option that gives us access to a new step where we can upload an older registry instance that we previously saved in the database. In summary, the registry software allows us to create lists of things. These original lists are what we call a register. Here we can see the process of creating a register. And up next we will see how to create items inside of these lists. As we've explained, the registers contain information on what we call items. Items can have different properties and data inside of them. Many are used to store single values and indexes, but some of them may have other items inside of them. Once we have some items added in our instance, we can take a look at them in the front end, from where we can download their data in different formats. We have seen how to create simple items, but now we will see how to create what we call a collection. A collection is a value that we can set to different items to reference them to the same theme or list. Watch the process, it's easier than it sounds. There's also a feature available in the installation process that we haven't talked about until now. This is the simplified workflow. This option lets us skip some steps in the item approval and publishing process, making the whole process much easier and simpler. Here we can see some examples of all the different statuses an item can have, from being a simple draft to being fully valid and published. We can also change information from existing items. We call this a proposal of changes. These proposals are processed as if we were accepting a newly created item. When we make changes to an element, we can later see the historical versions that the element has had throughout its lifetime. Also, the action history of the item, for example approvals, is also saved and can be viewed to see what has changed, when, and who performed the action. We can create and modify new users and groups to improve the management of the app. By performing a simple request to the API, we can see all the data that our items contain.